Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm here of course with, like said in the title, the Infernity 2024 Rewind. Yeah, I hope you all had amazing holidays, had a good Christmas. I myself had a really good days. I got myself a little cool gifts. I bought these collector rare OCG Infernity Archfiends because I really wanted them for a long time already and I didn't have them already in my collection. So yeah, I'm really glad. Of course, with all my gifts, I got these ones I got for myself. Also some OCG super rare Doom Archfiends and custom Infernity sleeves that haven't arrived yet, but yeah, they look really cool and I will showcase them of course when I get them. Also shout out to my to the best girlfriend ever for also buying me an OCG collector rare Archfiend. That one still has to arrive yet, sadly, but still, I love you very much if you watch this. So yeah, I hope you all had amazing holidays, and today we are here with the tradition for now on, the Infernity Rewind from 2024. How was Infernity this year? What did we come up with? Some amazing times we had, some ups and downs, of course, ban lists, how they impacted us, and all those kind of related things in the video. And of course, everything Infernity related. Also, to celebrate my 1 year existence of my channel. Yeah, I really hoped I would have been here sooner to doing this for Infernity, but yeah, I had my own problems why I couldn't make these kind of videos yet. But I have been playing Infernity for basically my entire life now, my entire Yu-Gi-Oh career, and have been pet tagging it non-stop, of course. So yeah, that's why this video. This deck is also one of the biggest loves in my life. Yeah, it really is. Yeah, people say I play Yu-Gi-Oh! I always say I play Infernity, of course, because I only play Infernity and I only cook and make things work for Infernity. I mean, Mr. Infernity himself. So yeah, enjoy the video, grab some popcorn and enjoy this. And of course, a happy New Year's Eve, of course, since it's not New Year yet. But yeah, sit back, relax, and enjoy this amazing video. And I hope you all will like this. And if you, and of course, let me know what you all want to see in the in 2025 for the channel, because I really want to make this channel, of course, the best as possible for everyone. So yeah, Infernity best deck, Infernity for life. Enjoy the video. So yeah, we started this year off with the best thing ever, and that was that Archfiend came back to 3 to us. Yeah, it came back to 3 to us in the 2023 December ban list. When the clock hit at 12 at midnight on January 1st, I didn't shout Happy New Year. I screamed, "Let's go, Archfiend is finally legally back at 3. Yeah, I'm so happy. I was so happy when it came back, and I'm still so fucking happy with our boy coming back to 3. Launcher in 2025 for sure. But yeah, Infernity at that moment, of course, the best thing to do with Infernity was the Horus build, of course. Of how crazy Horus is. It still is one of the best with Fiendlink, outclassed it in every ways. But yeah, it's crazy what we had. Yeah, a super heavy Samurai Infernity also was really cool because we still had we still had a lot to play with super heavy, and ideally you would play Horus super heavy Samurai Infernity, what I did personally, and it was a really fun build. We still had Baronne and Savage, Appaloosa too, of course, but like Baronne and Savage were the main extra deck cards of the deck. So yeah, we were really crazy, and super heavy samurai horse Infernity will really go down as one of my favorite Infernity variants forever. By the way, I really don't know which is my favorite variant. I mean, everything is always Infernity for me. So yeah, Infernity is just the best variant. Yeah, so January was a really great time for us, for sure. Then in February, of course, an insane set came out called Phantom Nightmare. What would make the best Infernity variant, yeah, the best Infernity variant we had in a while after Legacy of Destruction. But till then, we all just thought, wow, these are really cool Fiend cards. Maybe the future Yubel support. No, we didn't actually know if we would get any more Yubel support, so we were just like, oh, okay, this is cool. I mean, it can work with Infernity, but Horus Super Heavy Samurai Infernity is still way too goated, and this is just way too niche to play. Really, Legacy of Destruction made what the deck is now, really. For what it can do. I mean, we had, I mean, the existence of Grave Squirmer and Nightmare Throne really made this deck insane. We got Phantom of Yubel later, of course, but like those two cards really defined making the Fiend Link variant. And of course, with the banning of Baronne and Savage, making Super Heavy Samurai Horus Infernity way less powerful, of course. But yeah, in February really didn't change anything much for Infernity, only for way down the year for Infernity itself. But till then, of course, we were still playing super heavy Horus Infernity because of how insane it was for the deck. So yeah, that was February, of course, for us. Then we came down to March, and March is the 6th of March is my birthday, totally unrelated of the video. So yeah, I'm always really happy around March, of course. And I actually got the Infernity mat, the official Infernity mat, of course. You've all seen it in the deck profiles, that I've been searching for a long time, for my birthday from my dad. Which I'm really happy about. Yeah, I've been searching for that mat for a really long time, and I finally got it. So I was really happy, and I still am really happy. It's my go-to mat everywhere, of course, because Infernity best deck. But yeah, in March, really for the TCG didn't change anything, but for the OCG, we got Launcher actually back at 3 in the OCG, really hyped, and we really all thought that we would get Launcher back to 3 as soon as possible too in the TCG. Boy, what was that a letdown. Speaking of letdowns, in this month, on the 20, it was on the 21, we got the reveal of Infernity Queen. Yeah, if you have ever seen all of my videos, then you know how much I despise this card. This card is so bad. If you say it has potential, then just get out. This card is so bad, and if you play this in your deck list, you are a bad Infernity player, really. I can't stress about how much I hate this card. That we actually, I'm really happy we got an Infernity card in 2024, but what the fuck is this Konami? You can't just release this. This card could have been released in like 2010 and nobody would have played this shit card. Yeah, sorry for ranting, but March was a big letdown for Infernity support, of course. I mean, OCG Launcher back to 3, I was so happy. I will probably do OCG videos somewhere around soon, of course, if you all would like to see those, of course. But yeah, really super heavy Samurai, Horus Infernity still on top for Infernity for the TCG. And we got Infernity Queen, but we don't talk about Infernity Queen. Fuck that card. Also, on the March 26th, it's official Infernity Day. I always celebrate that because, yeah, I am the Infernity guy. I mean, yeah. It's Infernity Day, the 26th of March, and you all will get a special video on that day, of course, on this channel. But Infernity is now 15 years old. Infernity Archfiend actually got released 15 years ago, since 2000, since March the 26th. In 2009 it got released alongside with Dwarf and Guardian, and that was the start of the most amazing thing ever to happen. So yeah, 15 years of Infernity in this year, which I'm really happy about, and it will turn 16 next year, which is really cool. So yeah, Infernity, 15 years old. We got Infernity Queen as a reward, but that's not a reward. That's literally just even worse than getting your hand and feet cut off. That card is so shit. So yeah, that was March for Infernity. And then we get to April, and April is where the things are starting to change. We got a ban list somewhere around the first or second week of April. I'm sorry, I don't know for sure which it was again. But in the banning of two of our most powerful endboard pieces in the form of Baronne de Fleur and Borrowed Savage Dragon. Yeah, which was really sad, but of course we keep living on. Infernity never dies. But yeah, still, it was a pretty big hit. Well, it was and it wasn't. But for example, for the super heavy samurai engine for Infernity, that was the final blow. I mean, the whole point of the super heavy samurai engine was in order to make Baronne de Fleur before you go full combo, so you have a negate for hand traps, of course. So yeah, that was really shit, of course, but we still keep living on. The super heavy engine is still really good, of course, in combination with Fiendsmith. I will make a video soon about that too. It's really fun. But yeah, in April, it made the super heavy samurai engine completely useless. And with the banning of Savage Dragon, we had lesser negates on board still. We have when we go full combo, we go off, and then we still have more negates, and then you have cards in hand, of course. But yeah, those two got banned. Yeah, and pretty much. But yeah, no fear at all, and it was sad for that bit, and we still kept living on in the form of Horus Infernity, so without the super heavy samurai engine. That was also really good and still is to this day really good. But yeah, on the 26th we got Legacy of Destruction, which formed an entire new Infernity variant that you all know how insane it is, and it really set it Infernity to a really big power in the form of the Yubel support of Grave Squirmer and of course Nightmare Throne. Yeah, wow, those cards are crazy good, and they made the Yubel cards actually more worth playing in Infernity. With insane combos with Sprite Sprint, and having multiple one-card combo starters and extending through multiple hand traps. The Yubel engine is really insane for Infernity and still is the best variant till this day. But yeah, so we got a new, better Infernity variant, much better. We still had Apo around that time, so our end board was mad nasty in the form of Apollosa with Nightmare Griffin with 2 barriers, with Lotus, Yubel, the Unchained Trap to summon the Rage back, making SP. Wow, this was truly crazy and really toxic, of course. You couldn't really break this. But yeah, it was really cool, and it was a really sick engine, and we kept moving on forward with this engine till this day for competitive Infernity, of course. So yeah, so that was April for Infernity, a really big month in the form of the banning and in form of a new insane Infernity variant. The end of April, of course, we got the announcement of the new best engine for Yu-Gi-Oh! In general, and the new best engine for Infernity, of course, being the Fiendsmith engine. Yeah, it's great, it's insane, and insanely good cards for Infernity and all Fiend decks in general. And all other decks, of course, all the meta decks are using it, of course. But like, of how crazy this engine is for Infernity. So yeah, those were, of course, released to the TCG to us in July. But yeah, they would set a new standard engine for Infernity, and we still play until this day because of how crazy they are. Probably next ban list they will get butchered, but they are really insane for Infernity. So yeah, I hope for more generic Fiend support next year, upcoming year of course. And also direct Infernity support the most, of course. We should get it, really. I really think it is our time, and we will get the support in 2025 together with Launcher Back to 3, of course. But yeah, the Fiendsmith cards were released at the end of April, revealed to us at the end of April, I mean, and would set a new high ground for Infernity and how insane they were. But we, in the TCG in July, got a card that was announced in March 22nd, if I remember correctly, called Phantom of Yubel, of course, the one and only. This card is bonkers, and this made Fiendlink Infernity from the best Infernity variant to by far the best Infernity variant of how crazy this card is. I mean, why can you summon this so many times per turn? It's insanely fair that this card is at 1 now of how crazy this card is. So yeah, Phantom of Yubel came to us. We still had Apollosa, and we still had that when we had Fiendsmith, together with Beatrice, of course, but like 1 or 2 weeks later we will get the ban list. But I will get there when we get to the July part. But yeah, for now on, we had Phantom of Yubel, in Terminal Revenge. Card was crazy expensive, and I really bought 2 of them for 60 euros a piece. It's crazy, but everything for Infernity, of course. But yeah, we got Phantom, and that really was insane, and that was it for June for Infernity. The Fiendsmith cards got to the TCG on the 18th of July in Infinite Forbidden, and this was the peak of Fiendlink Infernity. I mean, we had everything. We had Apollosa, we had Beatrice, we literally... Lacrima, still the level 6 fusion. We were at this the peak. Fiendlink Infernity at its best moment of time. 3 Phantom still, of course. But yeah, Fiendsmith engine boosted this deck from already the really best Infernity deck to the insane, even insaner Infernity variant, and even way better than it was before, even when we got Phantom. April, June and July were the best months for Infernity because of the cards we got. In form of the Yubel engine and the Fiendsmith engine, and damn, this was crazy to play it. Sadly, there wasn't a YCS around that time because, in my opinion, this deck would have topped. I mean, I would have made a better list with the Fiendsmith engine because I'm looking down at my old lists, and I really think I could have done this otherwise, or in different ways, or in different takes. But yeah, we got with all the cards we got, this was crazy. So you really had a lot of cards, and we had to choose from them, of course. We didn't have Lacrima yet, but Lacrima, the level 4 Lacrima, of course, we only had that in Rhoda, but then Apollosa and Beatrice and Lacrima, the level 6 fusion, of course, were already banned. So yeah, if we already had Lacrima by that part, this deck would even be insaner. But yeah, also special shout out to the TCG exclusives of Necroquip Princess and Aerial Eater. Aerial Eater the most because of how crazy it is for every Infernity variant, just dumping a Fiend. We just got a fusion to make with, for example, for other variants with Proxy F Magician in order to dump more in the form of Aerial Eater, and Necroquip Princess was also crazy TCG exclusive. These were literally the best TCG exclusive Infernity could have ever gotten. In no Infernity, of course, they weren't Infernity names, but still they were Infinities by heart of how crazy they were. So yeah, July made Fiendlink Infernity already from the best Infernity variant to even more insane heights. So yeah, July was really the month of Infernity. Remember August, when we are all waiting so long for that damn ban list? Well, Konami brought it out at the last moment possible, being the 31st of August. Wow, that took way too long, Konami. I hope you never do this again in the future, which they will probably do, but still. This ban list was really awaited and really crazy, to be honest. We sadly have to say goodbye to a long life Infernity friend, being Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess, of course. Yeah, and Fiendsmith, a newly friend, Fiendsmith Lacrima, and also a really old friend, Beatrice. But we have been using Appaloosa in every build, of course, of how crazy easily it is to make. It's a really fair ban because of how generic it is and what it can do. But of course, I still miss her till this day because she was a lifelong Infernity card. Still, Fiend Link Infernity was, of course, the best variant. Beatrice and Lacrima and Apo band was really expected, so already had things prepped for them, and it made, of course, they made the deck weaker, but we still were insane. And now on, we would just make Phantom of Yubel before our 5th summon, which was already what we were doing, but now, of course, the main goal being to make Phantom of Yubel before your 5th summon. Yeah, Apo, Losa, we will miss you. You will probably not come back anytime soon, so how do? We'll see you one day for sure again, probably with an errata. Same for Beatrice, Fiendsmith, Lacrima. Probably if Fiendsmith gets banned till death. So yeah, that was it for September. Appaloosa ban. For all the other variants, we switched to Enchained Abomination and tried doing making Arms of Janix 0 return, what we still do for other variants in order to get to out Nibiru, of course. Or other ways like the Link 4 Sky Striker card, but I find Arms of Janix way better than that card. So yeah, that was it for August for Infernity. Bans, still Fiend Link on top. We still had 3 Phantom of Yubel. Spirit Gates also got limited to 1, I forgot, but that didn't really matter as much. I mean, 2 starters less, but the deck was still crazy consistent, of course. So yeah, this was really just a sad month, of course, but really expected, of course. But yeah, Konami, please release your ban lists earlier, please. And also bring Launcher back to 3. We would really like that for 2025. The beginning of September for Infernity itself was really the same as the end of August, of course. After banlist, we were just doing the making every list post banlist, of course, like always, because of the Appaloosa ban that impacted all of the Infernity variants. But at the end of this September, we got a new main set, of course, in the form of Rage of the Abyss. End September, begin October, we got Rage of the Abyss, bringing us Fiendsmith Lacrima, the level 4, and the Azamina engine, which are really insane for Infernity. Fiendsmith Lacrima making Engraver an even insaner 1-card combo for Infernity, and boosting Fiend Link Infernity a bit more, and it's an insane cool card to have. This set gave us some good new Infernity cards, and also, of course, we got the Azamina engine making of course Azamina Infernity a thing now. Which is really cool. Omni Negate before your 5th summon. Still Fiend Link on top. It's still the best variant till this best Infernity competitive wise way, of course, by far. But Asamina is also a really cool engine to have for Infernity, of course. Much more Asamina Infernity videos soon, because it's a really cool variant and it can do a lot, of course. But still, Fiend Link on top, and getting Lacrima really made Infernity Fiend Link even powerfuler post-ban list, because of what it can do, and of making Engraver an even insaner card to open, of course, or just Fiendsmith lines in general were way better now. So yeah, that was it for September for Infernity. We were now in October of 2024, and it basically didn't give us anything new, but me and Avenger were prepping really hard for YCS Bologna that would take place on the 24th of November, which was my and his first YCS ever. Big shout outs to him, of course. My guy, you are amazing. Forever and always, us together makes the best Infernity lists. But yeah, this month was really just prepping for YCS Bologna, and of course testing a lot with Fiend Link Infernity. Of course, since we got Lacrima now, we got Rage of the Abyss now out of the TCG in the first week of October, like said in the September video. But yeah, this really just didn't get anything new for Infernity at this moment. So it was just a lot of prepping for me and Avenger this month. So yeah, that was really cool. And that was it for October for Infernity, of course. At the end of October, by the way, we got the best news ever, being that our boy, our guy, our Lord and Savior, Infernity Archfiend, got an announcement that it would be in Quarter Century Bonanza in the form of a QCR and a Prismatic Secret Rare. This is really insane. Infernity Archfiend hasn't been reprinted in 8 years. So in 2016 it was its last printing, of course, being a common. And now we got it finally in this amazing rarity QCR, and I hope to see Infernity Necromancer and Launcher 2 in this rarity in Stampede, hopefully. But yeah, we got Infernity Archfiend reprinted actually in 2024, which is really insane, and I was really happy, and I'm so glad to have already a lot of copies of these versions, like every version of Archfiend. But yeah, we finally got it in Quarter Century after 2 years of the Quarter Century campaign already. So yeah, let's hope for more Infernity cards in Quarter Century Rare. That being said, in November, really we didn't have anything new like in October. Bonanza made SP really insane to get, because that card was crazy expensive. Also other cards like Trust were reprinted, really good for Infernity. So good for all fellow Infernity players that wanted to get the deck at max potential with the reprints, of course, for all kinds of variants. So yeah, we actually Bonanza got released, which was really insane. Still, the Yubel cards and the Fiendsmith cards are still crazy expensive, but we also had the Megatin, so Horus was cheaper and is the second best Infernity variant competitive wise. So if you want to play Infernity competitive wise, play it with Horus, because all the other Infernity staples got reprinted and those are really cheap right now. So yeah, in November, of course, I had the experience together with Avenger of going to our first ever YCS, which I was really happy about, and we had an insane good time. Vlog, of course, on the channel and everything else about Bologna. I won't talk too much about it, but it was really a nice and a really amazing experience. See you all in Birmingham, by the way. Everything is covered right now, and I am confirmed to go to Birmingham. So I hope to see some of you guys there. And I will play Infernity, of course. I'm still figuring out which variant. I can play Fiend Link, of course, being the best version, but I really wanted to play a uh, more pure Infernity variant. Still, Fiend Link Infernity is an Infernity variant and it does everything Infernity related. Uh, but I find variants like Horus way much more fun than the Fiend Link Infernity variant, which I also think, which I also really, really like. And it's Infernity, it's my favorite deck of all time. And it does the Infernity things, but I really want to play something like Horus Infernity. So yeah, I will update you all on that, of course. January will be an insane big amount of testing with everything as possible. So yeah, November YCS, and we got Infernity Archfiend as a QCR and a Prismatic Secret Rare, which is really, really nice. So yeah, that was it for November for Infernity. And now of the month where we are now, December for Infernity. Yeah, so in December on the 9th, we got a new ban list. That was revealed to us at YCS Anaheim, of course. I'm really glad that they did it like this. Konami should keep doing revealing ban lists like this because it actually lets us know when we get the ban list and not that it randomly drops or something. So yeah, this was really sick of Konami, and I please keep doing this. But next time, bring launcher back to 3. So yeah, this ban list was really mid and really shit in my opinion. From what it did, it had to do much more for the current format because we are still actually in the same format, but now with Ryziol Malice, of course. But for Infernity, Phantom of Yubel got limited, but we were all expecting that already a ban list before. So we were already prepping with this. It wasn't that hard. I mean, we now can only summon one Phantom, of course. Well, we can recycle it back with Throne. But still, we now keep the first Phantom on the board and not link it away. But the best thing about the ban list was, of course, 3 Spirit Gates. I mean, we got 2 more starters, which is really nice for Fiend Link Infernity. So trading 2 Phantom away for 2 Spirit Gates is, in my opinion, really good for Infernity, of course. Fiend Link Infernity still is the best variant till this day for Infernity. Much more videos on those soon for the best, most competitive wise Infernity variant. But now, of course, we also got Jackalope and Chuchinoko back. I really hope we get them back to 3 next ban list, of course, probably will. But yeah, we got a mid-ass fuck ban list. That was basically it for December. So yeah, that was it for December for Infernity, yeah. So yeah, that was the end of the rewind for 2024. Let me know if you enjoyed it and what I should do for this year's rewind. Of course, I will be back every week with as much videos as I can produce. Like standard, these past days were just a lot with family and with friends, so I couldn't upload as much as I do most of the times. So I'll be back starting from next week with, of course, each week one or more videos for Infernity, of course. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the rewind. And now, because this year my channel has become now 1 year old. In order to celebrate that, I made a revamp of my first ever video, the Predaplant Infernity video, but then in the modern day of Yu-Gi-Oh! So this format, of course. If you all would like to see a showcase of that, then of course I can make that happen. It's still a very fun and cool Infernity variant, and I still love it a lot. So if you all want to see it again on the channel as a showcase or deck profile, let me know and I will arrange it, of course. And of course, just let me know what you all would like to see in this year. And I'll try my best to make it all happen. That will probably happen. So yeah. Enjoy this last combo, and of course, I hope you all enjoyed the rewind. And of course, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the Preda Plant combo too. But I can't thank you all enough for the amazing support I had this year. And I hope to see my community grow this year. That would be really sick. And I'll keep being here for the Infernity community as always. And I'll keep doing my best in my videos and make them as good as possible as I can, of course. So yeah, expect many more videos next week and of course all the following weeks. Thank you so much for watching. Infernity best deck, Infernity for life, forever and always, each and every year.